Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Usman. I'm going to be doing my review for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So this movie was awesome. I mean, it was really great. I mean, I know for me, I'm the kind of guy who just loves all these kinds of like Marvel films anyways. Like for every movie I've ever seen in my life, every Marvel film that I've ever seen in my life, I always like give like positive reviews to all the time anyways. I'm like, "Oh my god, this was amazing. This was the best thing I've ever seen in my life," and everything like that. But I really do believe like this was like a great like film because like just the action itself obviously was awesome. It was better than this one show that I saw. It was based off this character named Iron Fist. And I think everybody can agree that yeah, that Shang-Chi definitely blew Iron Fist out of the water because of like just the fight choreography itself and how like how fast paced and everything like that. It was like it was crazy. I really appreciated it for that. There's like a bunch of other stuff too. Yeah, there's the characters were really great. I think there's like there was one character that was in it. What was it? Katie, played by Aquafina. Like her character was fine. I mean, it's kind of like how in the other MCU movies, the main character has like that one quirky friend or something like that, or something like that who just tries to be funny, and it was essentially the comic relief of the film. I don't know. I wasn't entirely bothered by that, but I was kind of just like, it could have been dealt with a little bit properly. Oh yeah, Abomination. He was he was good in the movie. I really like the design of the character. I think they definitely made it like much more different, obviously, than what it was in the Incredible Hulk. But there was a lot of things I was reading on the internet where like his character was like constantly evolving. Like he was constantly mutating, so that way he wouldn't stay into like this one specific character like he always was. So that was something I really appreciated because it was just like, oh, you're gonna make him look like the same thing he looked like in the movie that came out 13 years ago. It's like no, they actually changed him up and they did something different with him, and that was something I greatly appreciated because it's like he's changed after so long. The last time we saw the character was like 13 years ago, and that was crazy. So yeah, but they did a phenomenal job on the character design. The way that they used him, I don't know, he had such a small part in the film, and I kind of thought that was I was a little disappointed with that. I wish they could have, you know, done more with him, like with the character. Besides what we saw, it's fine, I guess. I mean, he's gonna be back in the next MCU thing, which I think is like the She-Hulk TV series, which is coming out next year, and that looks cool. So that's like the next time we're gonna be seeing Abomination again. So look out for him on that. For that, there's a lot of cool visual stuff like that. There's like another character in the movie who his name was I think like in the trailers he has like a thing called he has like a fit like a blade for a hand. I think the character's name is Razor Fist. He's a character that basically has a razor for a fist, I guess. So he's like a pretty cool character, but really, when you think about it, he was just kind of like a henchman in the movie. Like the actor who plays him, he just played like a henchman type of character, like the right hand, like the real front runner henchman in the movie. That was really all he played in that film. But otherwise, I'm like he did fine with that. I guess that was all right. He was like in another movie. I think he was like in one of the Rocky films. But no, like it was a great movie. CGI was awesome. The cinematography, everything like that. They really went in deep with that stuff. And Mandarin was great. The way that they utilized him. I don't know. I think the character, like the way that they set him up at the end, I'm like, he really, he is the master of Kung Fu in the comic books and even in the movie as well. He's the master of Kung Fu, which I find to be, cool. But I think and then he has like in the trailers as well, he has like the rings and stuff like that. I think those rings actually do give him an advantage because I'm like, without the rings, I think he's just like, he's pretty much, I guess you could say, not really obsolete, but like he's not as like a formidable. I mean, he's formidable, but like he's just when it comes to dealing with like crazier threats, like characters that have powers and everything like that, then for sure, that's who you need. But yeah, otherwise he's just like, I mean, you need those rings, but otherwise without it, I'm like you're just a guy who can punch and kick, albeit very well, but you need that those rings as an extra form of support whenever you're dealing with like big gargantuan level very crazy threats. So that's what I think. But yeah, the actors did a great job. The main character, the main actor, he did a phenomenal job. Was it Simu Liu? He did a great job. very much like he played a very relatable character in that film. I mean, I never read a Shang-Chi comic book before in my life, but I always wanted to, but like, it's kind of just I also never even heard of the character that much before as well. Like, I'm a nerd, but like there's a lot of comic book stuff that I don't even know about. Actor did a great job, made the character very relatable. Action was great, cinematography, that kind of stuff. The CG I thought was pretty good. There's two post-credit scenes, or there's a mid-credits and an after-credits. So those are pretty great. I thought Abomination could have been. I mean, his character design's great, but yeah, they limited him in the movie. But like, they'll probably showcase him again, like in the show She-Hulk. Razor Fist was fine. Aquafina was fine with the character. That's basically a summary of what I've liked. And if I had to say something else, I mean, oh well, as well as yeah, there's a lot of people who complain about the CGI being in a slugfest. I don't know. I just don't think it's that crazy. I really don't. I mean, I do. I mean, it was very CGI filled, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I get what people mean by that, but then I'm kind of like, you know what? It's this is what you've come to expect after seeing like the 25th movie in this universe. So it's like, what do you expect? Even the Disney Plus shows were the same, all CGI filled and everything like that. But I don't know. Sometimes I just find that to be a kind of bland comment. If I were to give this movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, a rating, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. That's why I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Very great in every way with the action and the characters and everything like that. Oh, the music is also really great too. I really love the score, especially the one where he's on the scaffolding, which there was a clip of it released on YouTube, and he's like fighting a bunch of like ninjas and stuff like that with the electrical sticks or whatever. Those were pretty good. That was a pretty good score, or part of the track from the score. So I find that to be great. Check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But then again, you never know. It's subjective. You could either like, love, or hate something. It depends on who you are, how you are. Yeah. So check out Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Oh, sorry. Marvel Studios' Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings in theaters now. So, yeah, this will be it for my video. Hope you liked it. I hope to do more of these videos in the future. So feel free to check that out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time.